Jay says he served 10 years for a crime he did not commit. And he still feels like a prisoner to this day because he's a registered sex offender for life. He was convicted of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, and the victim was an underage girl. But according to Jay, the victim paid him $800 to be her stand-in boyfriend. And now he says he's paying the price for the rest of his life. Take a look.
He told me he was a sex offender the first night before he even came into my home. He told me the whole backstory of what had happened, that he was put in prison for a decade for false accusing of rape on a 14-year-old. The girl framed him and lied and made up this huge story, and he got a decade in prison.
Jay, let's start from the beginning. In 2006, what happened?
So in 2006, my life changed. And I was at Dollar General doing shopping like I always do. And I noticed this girl staring at me. So I quickly did my shopping, I got done, I went and I left. She followed me and sat there, came up, started hitting on me, flirting with me, and said, I'm 18. I don't need no one else's permission to sit there and talk to somebody. Well, so I'm like, well, why'd you come up to me? Well, my family doesn't like my boyfriend, and I want to pay you $800 to be my stand-in boyfriend. Out of the blue, I get a call saying that I'm being accused of rape.
It's the police calling you?
Yes.
And what happens?
They show up at my door, they barge in. I'm asleep. I wake up, I'm confused, I'm scared, like, what's going on? They handcuff, shackle me, drag me out of my house, take me to the headquarters, throw me into an interrogation room.
So they arrested you?
Yes.
Okay.
They throw me into an interrogation room.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I was guilty. By them, I was guilty.
So they were questioning you?
Yes.
Okay.
And they stuck her affidavit in front of me and
what did the
coerced me
affidavit say?
that I did this.
Okay. And what were you saying?
I didn't do this. I was innocent.
And then you were about to say the cops did what?
They coerced me into giving a confession because they sat there, told me that this wasn't good enough. They balled it up, threw it in the trash.
And what was your confession?
Not once, not twice.
What was your confession?
But 4 times, Steve.
What was your confession?
That I did it.
You said, yeah, I did it.
Yeah,
you wrote down on a piece of paper.
They threatened me.
What did they threaten you with?
They threatened to throw me in a jail cell and tell everybody that I raped a girl and had me killed.
So they did that regardless, even if you signed a confession, right?
Exactly.
So if they were going to do that regardless, why wouldn't you stick to your story and say, I didn't do it?
Because I was scared.
When you go in front of a judge, he goes to you, did you do this? You're accepting 5 to 10, you're pleading guilty. Did you do it?
Yes.
And you said, yes, Judge, I did it. Why wouldn't at that time you say, hey, Judge, I'm being railroaded here. This public defender's not serving my best interest. The cops coerced me.
Because I was afraid, Steve.
Of the judge, too?
No, of what the public defender would have done.
Yeah, but at this point, don't you want to be a free man?
Yes.
Don't you say, Judge, they're screwing me, man.
But in the same sense,
I mean, here's the thing. If they come and lock me up right now, they walk into here and they go, we're locking you up, Steve Wilkos, because you robbed a bank. Well, I know I didn't rob a bank. There's got to be no evidence of me robbing a bank. And if they said, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, I'm like, no, man, I didn't rob a bank. You ain't got no evidence. I'm pleading innocent.
But still, to this day, I still get harassed because I'm not free.
Because you pled guilty. You pled guilty to being a sex offender. That's why you're being harassed. People don't like sex offenders. People don't like men or women that commit crimes against children. Because you know why? Children are defenseless. Anything you want to say to each other?
No, I didn't do it, baby.
I believe you.
I'm sticking strong. Your kids love me.
Yes, they do.
Your family love me.
Yes, they very much do.
I did not do this. I did not do this. I did not do this. I don't care if you don't believe me.
I don't. I mean, I'm not, I can't even fake it. I don't believe you. Maybe, and I'll be embarrassed if you pass the test, okay? Because I think I'm a pretty good judge of knowing how a story goes. This one, I can't even pretend to believe the story. So my question to you is, and I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the world, but like, I know when I hear it, why are you believing this story?
Because he told me straight out, I didn't have to find out from another source or...
Yeah, but you, no matter what, eventually you would have found out.
Yes, I would have.
And better, he comes up front and tells you, hey,
Yes.
I just, you know, because there's a big 10-year period of my life I can't explain for, right?
Right.
Okay. Did you have sexual intercourse with that 14-year-old girl? He answered no. And the result for his lie detector test is that Jay did not tell the truth.
No, listen. I did not do this. You know I did not do this, babe.
I'll tell you something. I don't know if this is gonna work out or not. I don't know, and it's your decision. But I would reconfigure that story if I were you. I would come up with a much different story. Something that, you know, somebody that could possibly believe in. Because the story that you're telling and trying to sell, that story sucks. And you suck for sleeping with the 14-year-old. You're and you want to still stand on the stage and try to convince this innocent person that didn't do anything, that is putting up with your as a registered sex offender. People are trying to hit her with their cars because of what you did. And you want to still stand on my stage and pretend you didn't do anything. Here's your chance. Here is your chance. How much do you love her? Do you love her enough to tell her the truth? Do you?
Yes.
Well, then tell her the truth.
Tell me from back there.
I messed up.
So why didn't you tell me that the first night?
I was afraid.
What? That I wouldn't let you in? That I wouldn't let you near anyone? Or what? Tell me.
I was afraid you weren't gonna accept me for who I was.
Don't you think I would have sex with you better if you told me the truth?
Yes. I should have. And I
Yeah, you should have.
I second guessed it, and I messed up. I made
Sorry, the bull crap I went through.
I made a huge mistake.
So, Sarah, I want you to ask him a question right now. I want it to come from you. Did you sleep with that 14-year-old?
Did you sleep with her?
Yes. I made a big mistake.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was afraid.
What, that I wouldn't sleep with you? That I wouldn't let you near my daughter?
I made a mistake.
Is that why you wanted to get close to me? Is because of my daughter?
No. 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 That's not true.
Well, I can't believe crap that comes out of your mouth.
I'll
right
say
now.
this. 10 years is a long, big price to pay to have sex with a 14-year-old. It ain't worth it. 10 years of your life to have sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old. That's a big price to pay. You won't be able to tell stories anymore because anybody watches the show knows that you did it, but what's going to happen? And I don't know if you can make a total decision, but you tell me, what do you think is going to happen when you walk off the stage? Is it over?
Yeah.
Good luck to you.